I recently shared a video on the flooding that took place in Brazil and then the Carnival. Many people are saying that what happened during the 2023 Carnival is what caused the wrath of God to be poured on the people of Brazil. But in the video, I made it clear that God does not operate that way. And I realized that many people did not understand and went to Facebook on the comment and said so many things. People were actually angry. I had a lot of messages, coming into my inbox and all that. I want to take this opportunity to share 3 reasons why the flooding in Brazil has nothing to do with the Carnival. Reason number 1, the video that went viral where you see people dressed as Satan and his angels, at this video as you can see, beating Jesus Christ publicly. This is the video that has gone viral where people are saying that it was this that brought the flood in Brazil. And supposedly, in this video, the person who did it is saying that this is what happened at the 2023 Carnival. But you see, the truth is that this video you can see here is not what happened during the 2023 Carnival. This is actually what took place during the 2019 Carnival in Brazil. Now, I intentionally screen recorded it so that you can see the date that this person posted it on YouTube. And as you can see, it is 4 years ago. God will not wait 4 years later to punish people for an offense that was done 4 years ago. Somebody somewhere sat in his room, took this video. It was a blasphemous act. In fact, the truth is that when this happened in 2019, it was so evil, it was so bad that the Christian community in Brazil and in Europe took on the people who acted it and they sued them in the law court for making mockery of the Christian faith. It actually didn't go anywhere. But you see, somebody took this video, added a few videos from the recent Carnival and attached the flood and said that Brazilians mocked Jesus and God punished them instantly. This is a lie. This is an old video, not a 2023 event. And God will not wait for 4 years to punish people for what they've done 4 years ago. In all the examples of people receiving, instant punishment from God from evil that they've committed, God acted swiftly. If you look at the example of Ananias and Sapphira, God acted instantly. Now, even though the Carnival is full of immoral and blasphemous activities, the video claiming that this took place this year, my dear friend, is a lie. It is a 2019 video. Christians don't have to do that. As Christians, we have been called to proclaim the truth and the good news, not to spread lies and doctored videos. Mark that. Number 2, the flooding did not occur at where the Carnival was held. The 2023 Carnival was held in Rio de Janeiro. You can ask anybody in Brazil. But the flooding took place mostly along the coast of Brazil's southern state of Sao Paulo. Now, according to the Al Jazeera news report dated 21st February, it said, the worst hit was São Sebastião city in the state of Sao Paulo, where at least 35 people were dead. In neighboring Ubatuba, a 7-year-old girl was killed. The disaster in an area famous for beaches flanked by mountains prompted cancellation in many cities of the Carnival festivities, now in full swing elsewhere in the country. So you see, whilst the Carnival was going on, the flooding was taking place in different parts of the city. And because of that, the Carnival activities was cancelled in those cities. But this so-called mockery of Jesus Christ did not even occur in 2023. Even if it occurred in 2023, it happened in Sao Paulo. God will not punish a different city for the sins of another city. When Sodom and Gomorrah sinned against God, God did not punish a different city, but Sodom and Gomorrah themselves were punished. From Sao Paulo to Rio de Janeiro, where the Carnival took place, is over 430 kilometers. But wasn't there a flood in Rio de Janeiro this year? Yes, there was a flood. In fact, news reports say that on the 8th of February, mark the date, on the 8th of February, there was a serious storm in Rio de Janeiro that resulted in the death of 2 people. But the Carnival started from the 17th to the 25th of February. So the Carnival occurred after that storm in Rio de Janeiro. It was not afterward. So you see, the Carnival has nothing to do with the flood. Finally, there are over 40 people who unfortunately have lost their lives in this flood in Brazil that took place in Sao Paulo. These people have absolutely nothing to do with the Carnival. neither with the 2019 Carnival nor with the 2023 Carnival. God will not punish innocent people for the sins of others. And as Christians, we must understand the nature of God. God is long-suffering, not wanting that we perish, but we must have everlasting life. And I want you to remember this. What the people did, and this video, as you can see here, what they did to Jesus Christ here, this was just acting. But I want you to understand that the rare event took place. Jesus was actually, physically mocked in public. He was stripped almost naked. He was crucified publicly in front of thousands of people. But the question is, what did Jesus Christ himself do? When he was physically mocked and abused, what did he do? Did he call God to bring fire to burn them? Did he call God to bring flood to destroy them? No. What did he do? Jesus said, Father, forgive them because they do not know what they do. That is called grace. And in the comment, I see people bringing Old Testament act of God. Now, if you want to go that way, can you then bring all the things that God required of the people to do in the olden days? I don't think so. God is merciful. But remember, one day, he will reveal his wrath on all those who rejected him. But until then, he says in Ezekiel 18:23, do I have any pleasure at all that the wicked should die, says the Lord God, and not that he should turn from his ways and live? My dear friend, what the people did in 2019 was a pure mockery of the Christian faith. And that is not the only time people have done something like that. We have the gay communities mocking Jesus Christ every single day. As Christians, we must not be angry and wish that God will punish them. Rather, we must pray to God and ask God to help us with new strategies to reach people like this, people whose hearts have been hardened. Everybody needs grace. And as Christians, we must pray for them. Pray for those who are your enemies. Pray that God will turn their heart. The final thing I want to say, and this is an advice to all of us, is we are living in the last days and the enemy is wild. The enemy is doing everything possible to make Christianity infamous, to make Christianity unpopular. And one of the ways is to cause Christians themselves to spread lies. So that whenever you want to spread the truth, they will tell you that all that you know is lies. Imagine what unbelievers will do when they realize that the videos some so-called Christians are spreading, that this is what happened in 2023 Carnival in Brazil, and that is why God is punishing them. When they realize that that video is not even from 2023, but 2019, then they will realize that Christians are nothing but liars. Then we are disgraced. So please, my dear brother, I know you want to spread the news about the end times, yes, but verify, check if it is true. When you see an image, a video trending on social media, on TikTok, please don't be moved. Take your time. Verify. Check with credible news agents. Check online. Ask questions. If possible, find people who stay in that area. Ask them, did this really happen? Don't go ahead and share. Unfortunately, I've seen some pastors using this to preach, using this to do crusade and all that. Please don't use falsehood to talk about God. Use the truth. Make sure that you have verified it and it is the pure truth before you share. God bless you, and may you receive the favor of God to share his word to others so that the truth will be spread throughout the world. Shalom.